Welcome to another podcast. It's been a minute. I don't even know how long it's been, to be honest with you. It's been a hot second, though. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you checking it out, watching, what have you. But today, we're commentarying on my newest video. Hold on, my earbuds are messed up. But we're commentarying on my newest video, how to deal with burnout. Very, very good subject. I enjoyed making this video a lot. Had a great time with it. There's a lot about this video that I really, really love. The message, number one, I love it to death. It's very, very important to me. And second of all, I really love the animation. How to deal with burnout? Yeah. Step one, car. Exactly. And Brent, you're already on it. You're already on it. But I found the story of this video I thought was really interesting because, first of all, I had to make a video changing the oil in my car because, like, gotta do it, right? And so I felt as though I had to make a video in my sort of new style and make there be some kind of story around it and something it can, like, kind of relate to, you know? So I was like, what better way to do it than, like, to change the oil? And, you know, it kind of worked out perfectly because the whole story about the burnout is, like, parallel to the car situation, as we'll see in the video. I got the thing already pulled up over here. Sweet. Oh, I gotta get rid of Photoshop too. Made the thumbnail like 38 seconds before this stream started. But anyway, let's get cracking, dude. He burnt my shake. Bro, he burnt shake. Whoa, Chloe, your name's green. What's that all about? What is that? Oh, man. That's crazy. Okay, let's get to...
So I see
Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I forgot YouTube has the real-time stuff in the first 24 hours, too. That's pretty cool. That's pretty dandy. Shoot, I'm getting all kinds of messed up here. Oh, clonely emoji. That's the best, dude. You gotta use the membership emojis. What are you doing if you're not? Look at this. Look at all those amazing emojis. I'm gonna pin that message. I gotta figure out... I need to... How do I... Oh, wait. Hold on. Here we go. Pin message. There we go. I pinned the message with all the membership emojis just for advertising purposes. But anyway. Now, this is a video I'm extremely proud of. The milk. This is a video I'm extremely proud of because it's the first one. First of all, November's been a really busy month. I've had a lot of stuff going on, traveling, and otherwise been busy. So this is this is actually the second video that's been published in November. The first I've made in November, but the second that I've published, I think. I think that's how it went. Actually, no. The last one that I made was 2 weeks ago. That was like October 30th or something. So basically, this is the only video in November. That's crazy. There's no way. Travel. Video. Oh, yeah. This would be one of two, but next week I'm free to make a video next week, but I'm not going to make a video next week because I'm pre-making for Vlogmas. But anyway, long story short, it's been busy. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I'm very excited to talk about this one. But first, director's chair. Okay, bang.
So I see a lot about creative burnout and just burnout in general. And I've gone through plenty of it myself. So I'm hoping with this video to draw from my own experience and help you guys if you guys are experiencing any kind of burnout. Hopefully this video helps you.
Brother. Okay, that was the whole time of recording the talking parts of this video. I struggled with a decent amount. I struggled and I didn't struggle. I struggled because I didn't exactly say everything I wanted to say whenever I was making that part of the video. So on Wednesday, on Wednesday I was doing the filming for the video, and I spent a lot of time doing the talking parts and like trying to tell the story and make the video and everything. But I didn't get across what I wanted to get across in my talking. So Thursday morning, I literally woke up, put the same clothes on that I'm wearing in the Wednesday. So like this whole video I'm wearing the same clothes, but it's actually recorded in 2 different days. And if you don't pay really close attention, you can't really tell. But I kind of just totally change what I was going to say. I didn't really change it. I just said it better, made it more clear. Talking is hard, and you do it better than all of us. Thank you, Brent. I appreciate that. But it is hard. Even being semi-proficient at it, it's tough because it's like sometimes it just doesn't, like that exactly Wednesday's case. It just doesn't come out the way you plan it to a lot of times, which sucks. But also, I don't. Whenever this kind of thing happens in videos, I try not to let it bother me because I just, take a break, sleep on it, whatever, and then just literally, in this case, I slept on it, and then immediately I woke up the next day, got the camera out, started recording, boom. So, like, it worked out. I slept on it, and it was exactly what I needed to get the thing out the way I wanted it to sound. This whole car thing, this first minute 24-ish, I sent to the Patreon, and I got their feedback on it and stuff, and so a lot of this beginning sequence is credit to the Patreon for making it better, because I was going to experiment with the edit here. I was going to experiment with kind of making the cuts a little bit longer, but I ended up having them too long because, like, I think part of it, what my thinking was I'm going to over-exaggerate it because I'm used to, like, trying to make the cuts quicker because, YouTube and people have the attention span of a goldfish. But I was trying to make the cuts a little bit longer, and I posted it on the Patreon to get everyone's opinions and everything, and the feedback that I got was talking about basically the cuts were a little long, kind of long-winded, which I understood totally, so I kind of cut it down a little bit. Garrett, Carr, being absolute machines. Hey, man, you got to every now and again. But I definitely narrowed this thing down, and I think it worked out for the best, this intro sequence. Also, the license plate blurring was a lot of work. Like, I went through, after the final cut, I just went through and just blurred every second of license plate, and then I went back through and added all the visuals and sound effects and stuff. My goldfish attention span is no concern of yours, Brent. You know what? My back's sore. But yeah, it's wild out here, man. It's wild out here. You can see the little Easter egg. Not really one that I planned, but look at this. You can see the camera in the bottom right-hand corner, where my face is, so you actually can't, but yeah. You can see it right here. It's right here by the little, I don't even know if you noticed it, but anyway, yep, it's hiding behind my face cam. Yeah, there's the little secrets. My brakes, bro. They say, wee! It's beautiful. Also, peep the mustache on the front of my car. But I went 30 seconds without saying a word, which is totally anti my videos. Because, like, usually I just talk the whole time, which is something that I think can be valuable, but also can be overdone. So I'm trying to, like, find that balance. It's one of the things I'm striving for.
I got up.
Yeah, 29 seconds with no. Well, I guess technically I talked in the very, very beginning, but, like, whatever.
Early today so I could change the oil in my car before work.
Oh yeah, car brake ASMR. Oh god. Oh yeah. GoPro action. Oh yeah, look at that. That was nice. I think that was a fun way to do it. So I'm using the this whole video with music I use stems, which is just one line of, like, this is instrumental, I think. No, this is melody of a song. It's like do 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 do. Anyway, so the one of the comments I got on a recent video, which made me think a lot, which is really good. I love those, where they're talking about sort of not ending. Say if I cut the music off for something, not doing it so abruptly, and sort of making it sort of kind of flow with the music instead of just cutting the music off in the middle of a beat or something. So I'll wait until it makes it makes sense to cut the music off, and then I'll cut the music off. So, like, for example, it said doot 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 instead of doot doot doot, like halfway. You know what I'm saying? Instead of halfway through a little hill, instead of cutting it off in the middle, it'll cut it off at the end. So I timed it where I cut it off right as the car landed on the top of the ramp, and then that, like, signals the end of the montage, and then now we're getting to the action. Also, having two cameras that are 4K are stupidly overpowered. Because like you had a GoPro down there getting that shot. Then the ZV-1's over here getting this shot. Don't have to redo everything over and over and over again. It's great.
The last time I changed it was 7 months ago.
Oh, yes.
I'm glad I make videos about when I change my oil or else.
This is what I like to call the oil change calendar. All of these videos, well, I guess these are all of the videos in which I change my oil in my car. And there's 4 of them. And it's it's funny because you're supposed to, I guess it depends on your vehicle and stuff, but I'm supposed to change my oil like every 6 months-ish or every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, which, God, the videos on paper is so good. Yes, I'm so glad. I love it. It's so satisfying. But I have this marked out and everything's labeled and it's like oil videos, right? This is just such a cool thing because you see like it's funny to see that A, some of the shots are similar, and B, how the shots that I get on my oil changing videos has evolved. Like that's something it's really cool to see. And also look at how young. But no, it's so funny because there's basically every 6 months. But the funny thing is my dad made a joke whenever I first started doing it, or whenever I first was talking about making this video, and I was telling him about how every time I changed my oil, I had to check back on the channel to see when I changed it last. And he's like, yeah, some people use calendars. You use YouTube videos. And I was like, I'm using that. I'm stealing that joke. Brent says the August 2021 one is so clean. It looks natural. Oh, yeah. Like it looks like it's in the square, you mean? Because it's funny. Now you mentioned that. I don't know if it's exactly what you meant, but the last time I did this where I drew the rectangles and I put the video in there, I just kind of eyeballed the rectangle and hoped the video would fit. But what I did this time with this one and then a different shot, the one later, I actually measured out. I took the ratio of 16:9. Took the 16:9 ratio because that's what ththese videos are. 16:9, 9:16, whatever. And I took that and I broke it down to like centimeters. So I went to my ruler. Actually, what you saw just a second ago. It was the ruler 16:9 was approximately 4 centimeters by 2¼ centimeters. And actually, it was exactly 4 centimeters by 2¼ centimeters. So I did that
7 months ago
on all of them.
I'm glad I make videos about when.
So now they're all approximately the same size. I actually only measured one, and I eyeballed the rest based on my initial. Because this one, the March 9th, the most recent oil change video is actually like fit to measure the 16:9 aspect ratio, but the rest of them are just eyeballs. I just kind of roughly estimated. Yes, the square's molded to it, dude. Yeah, March 9th is technically, on paper, the most accurate of the squares that I drew. But yeah, this is such a fun thing. Stole this from Van Neistat, so I take 0 credit, but definitely cool. It's fun. Excuse me, Jesus, I'm burping all over the place. But I think it's fun because I'm implementing it in the context of my own videos. It kind of like makes it my own thing. But
I change my oil, or else it would be really hard for me to know how long it's actually been. Some people just use calendars.
Some people use calendars. Hey. Another thing I wanted to focus on too in this video was the sound design of, I wanted to have the music and the ambience like sort of be a hand in hand. I wanted them to kind of work together. So I wanted to have a good solid mix of background music and background sound effects. So like if you see,
some people,
we have music
be really hard for
right here,
and
then we're gonna cut out calendars. Never heard of her. Hey.
Some people,
and then the music cuts off.
Just use calendars.
Land the joke, and then next, visually we cut to continuing the oil change process, and the music comes back. Oh, I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why, but hold on, not this one. This shot. I love this shot. For some reason, I don't know why. I just really, really dig it. I think it's just the way it sort of lined up, the bright red in the center, and then we have the context, the subject, and then the context, and then it's on the sides. We're like, hey, I don't know. I think that's just pretty cool, though. Like, it's just something. It's one of those shots that I think looks really, really good, but can't fully explain why I think it looks good. It just looks good. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I shouldn't maybe I should shoot for making it look good, but not you're not understanding why necessarily it looks good. I don't know. And also, see, we have I was talking about the sound design as well. We have the music and the little Foley sounds here and there. The popping the hood and the putting down the toolbox and this and that and the other thing. So they kind of go side by side.
In order to
Calendar tube. Hey!
get where I want to go, I must first make sure my vehicle is in working order. Gotta make sure my oil is changed, gotta make sure I have a full tank.
I think, too, of all the oil change videos I've done, this one is the best. Because, first of all, it's the most recent, so it's gotta be the best. But also, I've effectively used the oil change to contribute to the video. The rest of the time, I feel like they've just kind of been in the video, not really part of it, I guess. But this is like, the video is about the oil change, but it's about what the oil change represents. And I think that's a really good where my knowledge has sort of come together in this video. It's like, hey, this video means, no, you should understand why it's a good shot to know for future how to achieve what you want. But see, that's the thing too, Johnny. If I know, it's just instinct. Like, I know that shot looks good, so I don't know why necessarily. I just know how to get that shot. So no matter what, no matter if I know why or not, I instinctually have, when I set it up, I know, like, this feels right for some reason. But I do agree that knowing why it looks good also just makes it so much easier to replicate it.
Gas, especially in the wintertime, and other various acts of maintenance. I better not let it go too long now, or else I'll find myself on the side of the road, or potentially worse.
Look at that clean oil. Oh man, so good.
Now, technically, I could put off doing all the car maintenance stuff until I absolutely have to. I could wait to fill up my gas tank until the fuel...
Oh, this is such a fun. Hold on. I want to talk about these before they start popping up on the screen. The gas light and the oil light animation, I thought this is one of my most favorite things, just because, and the other ones too, all the stop motion in this video, it just makes me so happy. But one of the things I love about it is that I not only animated it, but I added the sound effects to them as well, so it's just that much more immersive. Like, you just have that much more of the experience. Like, you're not only seeing the cool thing on the screen, but you're there. You're experiencing it, and you're witnessing all at once because there's the sound, which is so epic.
Our maintenance stuff until I absolutely have to. I could wait to fill up my gas tank until the fuel light comes on, or change my oil when my oil light comes on.
So change your oil.
Or change my tires once they've exploded. I'm stranded on the side of the road. So technically,
that was unfortunate.
I could put those things off.
Yeah, that was, I think, looking back, that was a direct result of not having properly aired up my tires, and also just they're old tires. You know, whatever. But I think also, because I think they say, you know, if your tires are low on air, it's more likely it's going to, like, puncture. So, it is what it is. But it was definitely my fault. Didn't even notice the flashing on the drone. Oh, you didn't even notice that? We gotta go back and watch it.
Technically, I could...
Yeah, so what I did with that, actually, do I have them here? No. I took a piece of paper.
Put off.
Well, first what I did,
car maintenance stuff until I absolutely have to. I could wait to fill up my gas tank until the fuel...
Okay, so what I did, I first drew the gas light, right? And then what I did after that is I took a sticky note, slapped it down, traced it over the exact light thing, and then I cut it out with, or I colored it in red. I cut it out with an X-Acto knife, and then I took this video, put the thing over top of it, and then pulled it away, and then just cut that particular part, and then made it look like it was blinking.
Change my oil when my oil light comes on,
so it just looks like it's blinking, but it's actually some video editing sorcery that's going on in the background.
Change my tires once.
This stuff's so much fun though, because like that allows me to be creative and like, how can I have the visual of what I want, but then I got to figure out this problem-solving aspect of it. Like, how do I want to achieve that, right? Like, how do I want to get from point A to the result that I'm after? So that is ended up so cool. That was one of those ones I was certain things when I do them in the video edit, I know how it's going to come out and I know how I'm going to get there. But other times, I know what I want, but I don't know how to get there immediately. So in the process of editing, I figured out how to get to that point, and the figuring out of how to get there is so much fun to me. Brent says this channel never ceases to amaze me. Bravo. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
they've exploded and now I'm stranded on the
the tire. It's so sad.
road. So technically,
man,
I could put those
learning
things
experience.
off. But once I've done that,
Learning experience. All
fixing the thing becomes so much more of a challenge. An ounce of prevention is greater.
This is also, I swear, I'm just a thief. I'm just a highway robber, dude. Because I stole this from Van Neistat too. I don't know if he stole it from somebody else, but no, there's a lot of times where he'll reference a book and then like cut out a hole in a paper just to highlight what that sentence was that he was trying to highlight, or he'll like underline it in the book. But I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, this is again a product of shoplifting.
Than a pound of the cure.
I slightly misquoted it, as you see here, because it was the same idea. I just quoted it off a little bit, so I had to put that on there, just if anything for comedic effect.
I did that in this book, and this book.
And you can see, look, you can see the sticky note down here, bottom right hand corner. Jeez, my face is in the way. My face is in the way. But you can see the sticky note where I cut out the oil thing. You can see that sticky note down there at the bottom. And see, that's also, if you've watched the most recent video, or I don't remember if it was the recent video or the one before that, but then you know where that F comes from as well. So like, that's called recycling, gang. I made the sticky note for the thing, and then I reused the sticky note to cut out the thing. So like, we're out here being environmentally friendly, gang.
This dude, if I just keep up on
I'm gonna leave the face cam in the middle to see how it works.
the regular routine maintenance of my car, I won't have
Benjamin Franklin.
to worry about the
F is fun. It is fun. It is fun, Brent. Good job. Also, it was kind of nice. Speaking of recycling, it was kind of nice because there was a section like this portion of the video. I needed some B-roll, but I didn't really have any that I had freshly recorded, so I stole from my old videos and just used like the previous oil change videos. Like this shot, I got like 7 months ago, 8 months ago. So like, that's some pretty cool recycling.
cure for a broken vehicle. If I just do the small thing
And this was years ago.
to keep my car running well, then
And really, these are all relevant shots too, because it's talking about, you know, keeping up with my maintenance on my vehicle. So it's all relevant. So it's like I didn't even, like, this is literally, I saved my video off of YouTube and then I just slapped it onto the video on top of this one, and it's perfect. So it worked out really nicely.
I have to deal with it breaking down. Now, all of this to say, this is not unlike ourselves.
Boom. And now we have pivoted. We have pivoted. The story has pivoted. We are working towards the next section, the second act.
So I see a lot about
Boom.
creative burnout and just burnout in general. And I've gone through plenty of it myself. So look at it like a graph.
See, that was funny too, because this is something that I don't know if it actually is a thing, but I think it is. It's kind of goofy to me when people, I don't know, I've done this in the past. Let me know what you guys think. But so there's a section that I used it as the intro of this video, where I said, like, I hear about burnout all the time. I've gone through it myself. You know, talked a little bit about that. Instead of using that whole thing again in this section of the video, I cut out the back half of it and then skipped right to the next point. Because you've already heard that stuff I've just said. Because 100% of the people watch the first second or two, and that's what this is. So, but I didn't want to be redundant, so I cut the second part. So like we're at 256.
I've gone through plenty of it myself.
Gone through
So I'm hoping with
this part where I said I'm hoping that this helps you in this video. That part I cut out, and then after.
So look at it like a.
Instead of I hope this video helps you, blah blah blah. Look at it like a graph. And this is where the most epic stop. This whole section, all of you here, stay on the stream for the next 38 seconds at the very least, because this is the coolest part, the part I'm most proud of in this video.
Graph. If you
Look
work
like a
yourself
graph.
to the point of burnout, it looks something like this. And if you take regular breaks, it's going to look a little bit more like this. Technically, we can
Yes, let's go, dude. That's so awesome. That is so awesome. So I'm gonna go back because I wanted to watch it uninterrupted. So first, let me make a couple of comments. First, why is my
graph.
why
If
is
you
my
work
spacebar
yourself
not working? That's goofy. Hopefully I didn't kill anything. Nope. No, my spacebar just stopped working for some reason.
to the point of burnout,
Okay, so first, this opening visual, I love it. The subject is the paper. I love that I've brought in, because I got this, there's this cutting mat right here that I use for cutting with the X-Acto knife. I got that for college because I had this class where I needed to have a cutting mat and use X-Acto knives. It was 2D design, so we like did paper and like drawing and stuff. but I use this. I got this for school, and I just have it. I have a whole bunch of cool art stuff because I got it for school. But using this for the videos has been helpful because if I want to use the X-Acto knife, I used like the cover of a notebook. That's like kind of plasticky, you know, so it kind of worked, but kind of didn't. I wanted to use this, and because I have it, so like why not? But having this as sort of a background for the background looks kind of cool to me. So I have instead of it being like my desk, it kind of gives the illusion of something else entirely. I don't know if that makes any sense, but see, college dude, college, as I've kind of developed into this style of my videos where it's more like me drawing and doing visual things, a lot of the tools that I had from college I'm using in this situation. So it's really been awesome. But so first things first, in this animation setup, I love the green background with the white paper. All of it just looks really nice to me. And also, fun fact, during Vlogmas, tune in and, dare I say, subscribe for Vlogmas because it's going to be great. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to like upholster my overhead shooting rig. I'm going to like tear it down and break it back up again, or tear it down, build it back up again, make it taller, wider, make it better, make it a little bit more effective. Because like right now you can kind of see one of the feet, and it's kind of weird. So like I'm gonna fix it. But anyway,
it looks something like this.
So I'm gonna walk you guys through the process of how I do this. If you can deduct it on your own, that's great. If not, I'm gonna explain it to you right here, right now. So
look at it like a graph. If you work yourself to the point of burn.
Okay, so this video is shot in 24 frames per second. What that means is, in the video is just a compilation of pictures. 24 pictures makes up 1 second of video. Slowing the speed may be a good way to go step by step. Oh, you're right. That's amazing, Brent. I kind of forgot that. I always forget that's a thing. Okay, playback speed. We're gonna go half speed. Okay.
Burnout.
Ooh, that's really weird. That's really weird. The audio slowed down too. But so what I did, I just drew a little bit of the graph, pulled my hand away, drew a little bit of the graph, pulled my hand away, drew a little bit of the graph, pulled my hand away, and I did that over and over and over until the whole thing was complete. So watch this. Half speed.
Like this.
See how it just cut. Each time a little segment of line comes up, it is what it is. I'm not going to mute it. But each time a little segment of line comes up is a cut. So
it looks something like this.
Boom, 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 boom. See all those cuts? Bang, 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 bang. So each time a little segment of line, it's a cut. And at a faster speed, your eye doesn't go that fast. The human eye only sees it like 24 to 30 frames per second. So anything more than that's kind of weird looking. So because it's faster, it's the illusion of just movement. Of just the line is drawing itself. Wow. You know. So I started off with that. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go back to regular speed because this is just trippy. So I did that. I made the graph draw itself, and then I slowed it down, and I added the keyboard sound effect. So it looked like the letters were typing themselves, which I thought was super fun. It's handwritten, but they were popping up. So I just was like, screw it. We're going to do a keyboard sound effect. Because you think keyboard, you hear that sound effect, your brain is programmed like, oh yeah, that's just words. That's what that means. If you only hear it, you know something is being typed onto the screen. And fun fact, also, the burnout, this word right here, is the very same word that is on the thumbnail of this video. So if you look at the thumbnail of the original video, I just cut this out in Photoshop. I took a screenshot of this. I cut it out in Photoshop, made it white instead of black because it stood out on the image a little bit better, and then I just used it. So I think something I want to try in the near future with future videos is, instead of having a font in Photoshop that I go to like type in words, if ever I need to put words on a thumbnail, I'm gonna do it handwritten, because that, I feel like there's one more step personal, because like you can recognize fonts, but you can't, like, something that stands out is handwritten, especially if it's a unique handwritten. Like, you have certain fonts that look handwritten, but if it's actually handwritten and you can't find that font anywhere else online, that's good, because that is a one-of-a-kind situation. So if you see that again, it's like, oh, I've seen that before. That one particular unique font, I've seen that from this guy's video, so it's like a brand thing too. But anyway, I want to try and do that some more. And then, again, frame by frame, the explosion, the sound effect, how I did the paper crumpling, same idea. Every cut, I crumpled it a little bit more, pulled my hand out of the way, crumpled it a little bit more, pulled my hand out of the way, crumpled it a little bit more, did that over and over and over again, and it turned out like this. And so it looked like I just crumbled. Like, that's cool. So that's such a fascinating thing to me. Stop motion animation is just, I love it. I've been doing it forever. I used to do it all the time with like Legos and Star Wars figures and stuff. Like, I was just, all the time I would do that, and it made me so happy because it was so much fun. Cause like, I was describing it. Also, Evan, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I was describing it to somebody the other day, why I love stop motion so much. And I was thinking back to like what my 7-8-year-old self, why did I start that in the first place? So we had this video camera that we used to have a long time ago. It was a VHS video camera. It's the one you could just pop a tape in and slam it closed and record stuff. And it had obviously you start, stop, record, whatever. But it had a pause feature where you could be recording a video, but you could pause in the middle, so it didn't stop and make a new video. Like, you didn't have to. It wasn't a new thing. It was all in the same go. So I would pause. I would have, say, Lego or whatever. I would have it set up. So I just figured out. And this is another thing too. I've never seen it this way before, but I think intuitively I figured it out. Like, okay, stop it, move them. Stop it, move them a little bit more, stop it, move it a little more, and so on and so forth. And I think I'd seen it done too, so like, I don't know if I think I've seen it somewhere before, I just didn't remember. It's been a long time too, but so I just did that. I pressed record, pause, moved it, pause, moved it, pause, moved it, pause. And so at the end of the run, I had this little video of a Lego guy walking across something, and he was just doing something and fighting with lightsabers and whatnot. So from a very, very young age, that was a super fun thing. Something I've always enjoyed is making those little animations. So being able to implement that into my new videos is super fun. And it just makes it so much more like, it's obviously super enjoyable. I always enjoy making these, but it's made it that much more enjoyable to me because it gives me that nostalgic feeling. Like, it brings me back to the childhood, because like that gives me that super high spirit, giddy child feeling. Because I remember, that exact feeling of, setting everything up, being very meticulous in the movements and the making it kind of feel accurate, and then going back through and watching it back and it turning out exactly the way I wanted and better. Oh, just nothing beats it. Nothing beats that. Nothing at all.
And if you take regular breaks, it's going to look a little bit more like this.
The second one was fun too, because I had the paper, and I wanted to do a little bit more. I needed it to last a little bit longer, so I added where I wadded the paper up here at the end, and then it just whee, goes around the screen. So that was just a fun little thing too.
We could go to the point of Burnout.
And fun fact, a lot of the best, like, biggest motion pictures of all time, named like Star Wars, Jurassic Park, things of that nature. A lot of that, because it was like 70s, 80s, right? Pre-computer animation. Almost 100% of it was stop motion. So like Star Wars, you had AT-ATs that were, only about 18 inches long or something. Like, they were not very big. They were, model size. But you had the camera like at a certain angle to where it looked like it was this giant thing. But you had guys that were set up underneath the stage where everything was happening, and they would, take a picture. Guy would go up, move it a 1/16 of an inch, go back down, take another picture, move it a 1/16 of an inch. But you had these very intricate machines that they were animating, so you had to go through and wiggle each little detail, because it was supposed to look like a machine, so it was like all moving cohesively. So you had to go through, start the feet, wiggle this, and as a result of that, move that a little bit, and go with this whole thing. So it took days to get just a few seconds of video. And it was all stop motion animated. It was so cool. If you're into that kind of thing, there's a documentary on Disney Plus. It's Light and Magic. It's how the team that did a lot of the Star Wars animations kind of got together and like what they all did and everything. It was so cool.
But digging yourself out of that hole is
My point is, with all of that, stop motion is extremely fascinating to me.
much harder than slowing down every now and again and just recouping and then going back at it. My story of burnout.
See, I was mentioning in the very beginning of this where it took me a couple separate takes. Like, I started recording all this on Wednesday, and then Thursday morning I woke up and finished the recording because I got it. Like, my brain wasn't really there Wednesday, but then I came back on Thursday, shot again, and then nailed it, exactly what I was after. So this shot here was shot on Wednesday.
Every now and
Notice, clean hair, no eye bags.
again and just recouping
And then
going back at
and
it.
then
My
wake up Thursday morning,
story of
less clean hair, eye bags. Boom. I literally woke up. This shot, I woke up probably 10 minutes before this.
burnout started back in October of 2020.
Oh, yeah. And then see, this is the one. See how this video fits nicely within this rectangle. Because I took my 16:9, took it on my ruler, and broke it down to centimeters. So, you know, like I said earlier, 4 centimeters by 2¼ centimeters. And I kind of made it bigger. So I did like 4.5 centimeters by 8 centimeters. Whatever. And I just made it, I scaled it up a little bit. That way my rectangle drawing was nice and accurate.
This is
I was going to do inches like an American, but it was too big. So centimeters was clutch for that.
when I was in college.
So shout out to the metric system. Shout out the metric system. You guys are awesome.
And I started my daily vlog.
Also, this daily vlog sequence, I've filtered it, made it look more golden. So shout out to Evan for the color design, or for the color grading type things. I know you love that stuff, but I made it because I wanted to make it look. Cause see, okay, so I had, when I first started editing the videos, I used Adobe Premiere Elements 2019. I am now using Premiere Elements 2023. So in 2019, there was a feature you can make it look like an old-timey film reel where there was like all the little spots of damage and, you know, that old school kind of look. But you can't do that anymore, that I'm aware of on this program. So what I did, I just gave it the filter. There is no visual cuts or damage or anything like that, but there is still the color similarity. So I think it looks cool, and I had the film reel sound effect in the background, so you kind of got that illusion of it.
My first daily vlog I've ever done.
Oh man, throwback! You guys are the real ones if you were there for the college daily vlogs, man. Those were some classics. There was a bunch of them, and there was about a handful, probably 5 to 15 of them that were like iconic in the old GareTheBear lore.
I was heavily inspired by Casey Neistat, and I wanted to just create more.
If you want the video to fit the black marker frame, separate image into layers in Photoshop so you can hide straight edge. So I want it to fit in the black marker frame. Separate image into layers in Photoshop so you can hide. I don't think it's that serious, Johnny. I just kind of like, I drew the rectangle on the picture, on my paper here, and not just in the video editor, I just slapped it in. And in the editor, I cropped the video to kind of fit as close as I want to. And really, too, I want it to be close, but I don't want it to be perfect, because perfect, first of all, is unattainable. And second of all, it gives it that homemade feel. And I kind of like how it looks. And it's the, I don't know. So there's a charm in it not being so perfect.
My big thing was I really wanted to do YouTube, but I was...
And it almost, too, looks kind of gives a feel of it being projected. You know what I'm saying? Because you have this screen, and never is a projector perfect. So that's kind of where I was going with that. I could probably do it perfect if I really, really wanted to, but especially now that I'm going to be in Vlogmas in the next month, I'm going to have to figure the cutting of the corners and things to sacrifice, which is a fun part of daily vlogging, is because you have to make those tough decisions. So that's always a fun thing, but stay tuned for that, because those are going to be awesome. I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited for that, actually. Really excited.
I was just having a horrible time coming up with a consistent schedule. So I just started vlogging one day, and I did it every day.
And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed in the past, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 videos, including this one. In my talking scenes, in order to maintain authenticity, I've been trying to cut less in my talking scenes, because this is a sentiment, again, I stole from Van Neistat, but it's so true. So true. reason he uses a typewriter, because you can't backspace. And so you have to write through your mistakes. So what he says, that effectively you find your voice by doing that, because you can type and write through your mistakes and sort of work your way around it. And in the video editing, you know, in that case, instead of just cutting everything I mess up on, instead of saying, oh, I'll just cut that, I'll just slow down and kind of like really just come and formulate my thoughts as I'm going. So it's more of my real, genuine, basically it's talking to the camera like you talk to a friend. And that's what I really am trying to do. And I've tried to do this for a long time, and I always try to do this. This is what you want to go for. Because if you're talking to the camera like you talk to a friend, then it, you know, you can feel it. As a viewer, you can feel it. Let me know if you think this is true, if you agree with this. Like, you can feel when it's real, when it's authentic, as opposed to being cut out every other syllable because I keep messing it up. Just leave some of the mess ups in there for the humility aspect of it. Like, there's a lot of effective ways to leave crap in there. But yeah, I've been trying to leave my talking scenes a little bit longer, and not intentionally make them longer, just try and cut out less and try and make it less perfect, because it's really the more I try to make the talking scenes perfect, the less perfect they will become as a result.
For 94 days in a row. I couldn't exactly pinpoint when it happened, but there was a certain point during that 94-day span where I kind of got sick of it.
Sick of it. You hear that? That was the audio cut out. It's nice.
Point during that
we get the background jazzy stuff, and then all of a sudden
I kind of got sick of it.
Cut out. Sick of it. And now it's getting serious. Now you know. Okay. No background music. Boom. Let's go.
I love doing the videos. It's just there was a certain point in that stretch where I was no longer happy with what I was putting out. I was just putting it out for the sake of putting it out. So as a result of this, I made it to 94 days, and I was like, okay, I don't like.
And that's the thing too. When I was talking about cutting out in the talking sequences, I've been working on like getting the full thought out and then cut. Don't cut in the middle of a thought. Like, keep the thought cohesive, keep it flowing, keep it all in one cut, and then, you know, I'll speak a sentence, then I'll cut to the next sentence. So it's kind of more chunked out nice and even, instead of just a bunch of choppy, just horrible mess. And plus, it's less work for the editor, because, hello, that's all, I gotta do all that. So it's like, it's easier if I don't cut out as much. And it just happens to be more effective communication as well.
What I'm making.
Because could you imagine being on a phone call with somebody, and the whole time you're on that phone call, it just cuts in and out. It's just like, cuts all the time. Super frustrating, super hard to listen to. So, in this, it's the same thing. Keep the cuts minimal when I'm talking. Keep the cuts minimal, and avoid that where it kind of cuts in the middle of the sound, right? You want to make sure the sound is all the way down. Make sure the valley is as low as it's going to be. Cut, and then overlay if you have to. J cut, L cut, the works. You know, make it sound natural. Make it feel natural.
I'm acknowledging that, and I'm drained. I need a break. Now I can look back.
And also the jump cut too, where I popped in, like where I said I need a break.
I'm drained. I need a break.
That I've minimized those like tremendously. I've almost eliminated that from my video making process, because that almost a lot of times is unnecessary. Like, whenever I would make these videos before, you know, a long time ago, if I was a talking sequence, I felt that it was boring. So I had to, what I did was, I just bang, 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 jumped in and out, in and out, in and out, crop, 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 crop. So instead of being able to focus, or what I thought I was doing was recapturing your attention every time. But what was actually happening is, like, it's hard to focus, because it's like, whoa, you're getting jarred all 3 seconds, every blah, blah. So it's hard to focus on that. Brent says breaks are where you get your best ideas. This is so true. This is so true. Like, second to being in the shower, probably, the best ideas come during a break. During a break. And it's just so awesome. I think this video came during a break, actually. Now that you mention it, I think this video, probably all of my last, it's just how it works, dude. Your brain is so much less focused on the task at hand, so you're able to come up with, formulate better ideas. That's my theory anyway.
Look back at all the things that I felt were super, super valuable that I got from that. I learned so many new skills. I got my editing improved a bunch. Everything that you could get positively from reps and reps and reps and reps, I got. But what I also got was burnout. Because as great as doing a daily vlog was, it took a toll. So it was in about January.
Oh, see, this was fun too. Subtle thing. I used the same exact shot, just put January 21 over it. In this video, fun fact, for those that don't know, this is the video, the 94th video in a row that I made. I made a video talking about, hey, done daily vlogging. It's not for me anymore. We're going to do something else. We're going to pivot. Going to go to a different schedule. This was that video. 94th in a row. Again, real one if you watched this when it came out.
2021, that...
And you know what? If you didn't watch it, you're still a real one because you're here now. So that's what matters.
I quit. I quit doing daily, and I went to, I think the first schedule I did after that was once a week. Long story short,
this was a fun little thing. It only lasted on screen for about a second, but if you caught it, you caught it. It's long, you know, I tried to make it funny. The word long is long, story is regular, and the short is small. Did that with a pen. Fun fact, paint pen, regular pen.
I did daily uploads, I got tired of it, I burned out. What does this have to do with my car?
Act 3. Bang! We are in Act 3. This was a smart thing. I caught it, so I feel smart. Yes, sir! He caught it. Let's go. Act 3. See, now we're handheld. I haven't been handheld this whole video. Not at all. This whole video, I haven't had the handheld shot. The POV shot. It's effective. Look at that. Then we have the... What we're doing is we're opening up Act 3. Okay, first of all, we end Act 2. What does this have to do with my car? And then the beginning of Act 3 is you're asking the question as the audience, why is the spray? Why the spray? Why the rag? But as we go on progressively, you get more information and you're like, okay, this is starting to make more sense. And then you see the car and you're like, oh yeah, we're going to do the car. We have spray, we have rag, we're going to clean something.
Okay, I don't know if you can see this.
Oh, look at all the beautiful crud inside the windshield. So nice. So
on my
crispy.
windshield, there's a lot of just crud particles. So we're talking about like...
Oh, yeah. Dude, I can tell you why that happened, too. So, when I was first got my car, I was like 17. And I'm 21 now, which is kind of wild. That's 4 years ago. But anyway, I was 17. Didn't really know, like... I knew, you know, if the inside of the windshield gets foggy, you can do a certain thing or two and it'll unfog. I did not know what that was. So as a result, I used my jacket, wiped it off, and now there was crud. So for 4 years, there's crud on the inside of the windshield. And now, for the video, it's a good reason to do just about anything, I cleaned it.
This stuff here, but it's all over the windshield. And that's probably been there.
And I wasn't going to spend the 10 seconds telling that story in the video, too, because like that was completely irrelevant to the overall theme of the video. So that's why you watch the director's commentary, because you get the insider scoop.
It'll be 5 years almost, 4 years, and it's time to get rid of it.
Cut. Oh yeah. Quick. Look at that.
The first wipe. That's about as clean as I've ever seen it.
Poop joke.
So before making this video, I found it funny how similar maintaining a vehicle and maintaining yourself. I find it funny how similar those two things are. If I want to get where I want to go,
Venn diagram time, baby.
Just gas in my
Let's see
car.
this. Check it out.
I have
Hold
to
on.
make sure the oil is changed. I have to make sure that it is properly maintained for.
I want to make sure all you people out there catch this, because I thought this was funny. Just watch.
For driving. And if I want to.
Do you notice anything? The circle on the right side is not a circle. It is technically, according to definition, not a circle. Third time, Garrett's car confirmed. Hey man, you gotta do it. I love the comment. But see, look, technically, this is not a circle, and therefore, technically, this is not a Venn diagram because it's not circles. Because it's not closed. If it's not closed, it's not even a shape. It's a line. So, yeah, this line is an imposter. It's supposed to look like a circle, but it's not a circle because it's not closed. I was hoping, kind of disappointed. First 24-hour gang, kind of disappointing. Technically, it's a line. Exactly, Brent. Nah, but I was hoping someone would comment on this, but nobody did, which was kind of disappointing. But like, it was up there for half a second, so like, you gotta really be paying attention.
I'm gonna make sure.
But see, you know what? Also, something I've talked about before, I think. I find it entertaining, and it's what they call, like, I guess they say comment, like fishing for comments, or like trying to do something in the video that makes somebody want to comment. Like doing something that says, comment hot dog, if you see this or whatever. Somebody will comment hot dog and then boost your engagement, all that crap. But I do that, I semi subconsciously, I try to do it subliminally. Like, this was not on purpose, by the way. The open circle was not on purpose. But in the edit, I was like, ooh, that's funny. I wonder if somebody's going to comment on that. And that kind of thing happens all the time, where I'll make something in the edit, and I'm like, I'll be editing the video, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's weird. I didn't notice that before. Maybe somebody will comment about that. And then it's always so much fun and satisfying when I see someone comments on it. And then there's all these little things, like I said, the thanks for the joke dad earlier, but the calendar thing, and the certain little bits in the video where I'll just add a little pop-up on screen and someone makes a comment about that. That's always fun. And it's even more fun when I do that kind of thing at the end of the video and somebody comments. That shows me that you watched the very end. So that's awesome.
That I can go where I want to go. I have to make...
Also, the paint pens are so clutch. I had been using Sharpies for a long time, but the paint pens just look so much better in the video. They appear on screen much better. And also, they don't bleed through the paper, which is nice because I can actually use every sheet. Because there was a time I was going every other sheet because it was bleed through, and I didn't want to see the bleeding through on the video. Blah, it was crazy.
Make sure that I am properly maintained. I need to make sure that I have gas in the tank. I need to make sure that I have been routinely maintained.
Venn diagram. This reminded me of the... I started writing this in the center of the thing, and then it got a little long. It reminded me of that meme where it's like a billboard of Microsoft Paint, and it says we're looking for a graphic designer, because like all of the letters are all messed up and weird. This reminded me of that because I started it here, and then it went, and it kind of trailed off. If you notice, I started writing the letters closer together because of that very thing. It's kind of funny.
It may not be.
Also, I want to get some colored paint pens, because the thing with the Sharpies is I have a ton of colored ones, and the colors are great, but they bleed. So I want colored paint pens. That way I can do this, but add the pop of color, and it would look amazing. Look epic.
Be gas or oil or tires, but it's
like paint. It looks so clean when it's colored in. So nice.
It's exercise, and it's eating, and it's rest.
Rest. Eating. Exercise. This is epic. Buckets. Bang! And then we have 10,000x, like 15 minutes of basketball right here. And then, this is so much cool. This is so much cool. This is so much fun right here. Look at this. I just, casual, I was like, hey, we'll try and shoot it over the backboard. Literally first try, too. That's crazy.
All of these things are...
The entire basketball footage that I got was like 15 minutes worth. I used every second of it, technically. Because I sped it up. And so it's all in there. I did not delete a single scrap of that basketball footage. It was just all in there. It was sped up really fast, so couldn't hardly see it, but it's still really cool.
Are equally, if not more important to the human body and the human spirit than oil and gas is to a car. The same thing applies to us as does the car. I could put off the maintenance one more day. If I do that, the repercussions are going to be more difficult to deal with than the prevention. If I just did the small things.
Also, another thing too, we were talking about how taking breaks, I get a lot of good ideas. I also get decent ideas at work. I'll be at work trying to like mentally get out of work. I'll be at work and I'm like thinking, daydreaming about videos and stuff, and I'll get my book out and I'll write it down because I keep my pocket notebook in my pocket at all times. All the time. It's like I have to have it in my pocket. I actually left home one time without it the other day. I forgot it, and I was like freaking out a little bit, which is kind of bad, but I had to go back home before work, pick it up, so I had it for work, and then it was in my pocket the whole time. I had to have it. Which is fun because it's a whole new thing, but anyway.
To take care of myself now, and over the course of the process, and over the long term, then I will be able to prevent any major breakdowns or like any major problems, you see, any major burnout. If I don't implement taking care of myself into the process of getting where I want to go, then it's going to be much more difficult. Much more difficult to actually make it to that point, to getting to where I want to be. So, every now and again, I have to just drive up onto the ramps, pop the hood, and take care of myself.
And then the final end credits. This is so much fun. I love that I did this. This was, I think, really cool. I almost, when I was talking and saying, like, drive up on the ramps, take care of myself, I almost had this and then over top of that audio, but I decided not to because I wanted it to be that take care of yourself merch. Big brain, Brent, big brain. We'll have to see. That's actually a good idea. I'm gonna write it down. I think I have a section of merch ideas somewhere. Just like a couple pages ago. Whatever. Okay, but I wanted to do this at the end instead of on top of the last talking shot because I wanted it to be that visual bookend. Because in the very beginning of the video, you see I drive the thing onto the ramps in the first minute, and then at the very end, you get that sort of, I guess, relief or something, whatever that's called, where you close the loop. That's what it is. You close the loop. You start off putting the thing on the ramps, and then after the whole thing, the very end, the oil change is done, and I'm off the ramps driving away. And of course, thank you to the patrons for supporting the channel financially. You can support the channel in immeasurable ways, but that is the way you can do it financially. You can either join the Patreon, become a channel member, both. Either one, neither one, it doesn't matter. You can also buy merch because it exists if you want. But yeah, that was, I got actually watched it 100% of the way. 100% retention. Let's see, gotta wait till it recommends something else, and then you'll be good. But let's see here, gang. That was good. I liked that video. Let me know what you thought. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. That was a video. I made it in 2 days. Usually what I do is Thursday, I'll write. Friday, I'll record. Saturday, I'll edit. Sunday, I'll finish and post. But this, I did it on Wednesday. Started Wednesday, ended Thursday, and it kind of reminded me of the days when I did daily videos. Like I enjoyed that, to where there's kind of a little urgency behind it. Like I thought that was really fun, and I enjoyed that hustle. So I'm really excited for Vlogmas. I have a bunch of ideas for... Wait a minute. Oopsie. I just now realized what I'm doing. Chat view. Hello. Another banger. Thank you, Brent. I appreciate that, man. I'm going to send some love to you guys in the chat. All these hearts. These are for me. Vlogmas! Woo! Dude, I'm so excited for Vlogmas. I have a whole bunch of ideas right here. Vlogmas. Thumbnails. Vlogmas. Let me see here. I have an actual, like, official list of Vlogmas ideas. So, actually, see, I'm way more... prepared for Vlogmas than I've ever been, because this year I have ideas. When's the Vlogmas stream? It'll be the 24th, in the evening, probably. I don't know though. It'll be the 24th, maybe afternoon, maybe evening. I'm not certain yet. One of the times. Well, actually, if the video comes out, all of them are gonna come out at 10 a.m. Central. Okay, just making sure I'm off. Oh, right on, bro. You're gonna request off. That's so badass, dude. But no, I'm gonna. All the vlogs are gonna drop at 10 a.m. and then the vlogs are gonna drop at 10, and then like I used to do the commentary like right after, 10:30, 11 o'clock. But doing them later in the evening has proved to be better. Johnny is waiting for another vlog about the notebook. Curious to see how it changed. Oh, dude, that's one of the ideas. I have this list in the thing. I'll have to make a whole vlog about it. Let me see, where is it at? Writing. Why is it important? I have that. My schedule. Growing, run, filming by myself. Yo, since you guys are here, since you guys are like awesome and you're hanging out on the stream, we're just gonna talk. Okay, I have the official Vlogmas ideas list. There's what, 25 ideas? 25 or 24, I guess. I want to make a video. Oh, I've told very few people about this. I want to make a video making pizza like the cavemen did it back in the day. So by that I mean I'm going to make a bonfire outside, and I'm going to cook a frozen pizza on the fire. We have the way our fire pit at my house is set up. It's like cinder blocks, so you can put a grate over top. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some really hot embers, make some really hot fire, right? And then I'm going to cook an entire Red Baron frozen pizza on top. I'm going to eat it. It's going to be great. So that's one of the episodes. I'm so that one is probably like number one. Like I'm most excited for that one because it's going to be so awesome. And even if it fails, it was like, first of all, it's like $4, and if it fails, it's an entertaining video. Like it's a win-win-win-win-win. It's always going to be awesome. I want to do a thing where I fix/rework the overhead rig. So I'm going to show you how I have it right now. We need Cooking with Garrett and Maddie videos, but this time Christmas baking. Ooh. See, actually, I don't think she's going to be in any of the Vlogmas because the reason I am pre-recording is because I'm going to visit her for like a week in December. So as a result of that, I won't be able to make vlogs because I'm going there instead of her. Because if she was coming here, then we would just make vlogs. But this time isn't the case. But let me show you. The overhead rig is this, right? I have 2x4s just screwed to each other, right? What I'm going to do, my intention is take this, like unscrew the main 3, and then essentially somehow widen it and also make it taller. Maybe not even make it taller. Maybe I just need to widen it. I'm not certain. But that's going to be a video. That's going to be one of the Vlogmas episodes. That's going to be cool. And I took a lot of your guys' ideas into account because you guys there was one of the commentary streams where people giving a whole bunch of ideas. So like YouTube journey from the beginning, YouTube tips for beginners, how I vlog, just a whole bunch, quality versus quantity, the most important part, the long form, blah blah. There's so many ideas. And then somebody wanted a video about running too, so I'm gonna do a video about running. Maybe I should even do a story about running. Maybe even just exercise. I don't know. I'm gonna write a little. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. No, I have this in mind with the pizza video. I'm gonna do it on the fire, and a joke in that video is going to be cooking pizza like the cavemen did, because like that's how they cook things. But also they didn't make pizza. Pizza was not a thing, but it was funny. So it's all for comedic effect. So I'm really excited for all of that. But the fact that I have a list of ideas is going to make the Vlogmas experience, like doing the thing, so much more fun for me, because like I'm not gonna have to be, excuse me, Italian and cavemen made pizza. That's hilarious. But having this big list of ideas is going to help me a lot, because I'm going to be able to like wake up in the morning, know exactly what I'm making that day, and then make it. I don't have to spend half of my day coming up with an idea, and then I don't have enough time, and it's just horrible. So this is going to be extremely helpful. Having spent time to plan it all out, it's going to prove to be beneficial for not only me, but for the videos. The videos are going to be better because I have them planned out. Like that's just how it is. But yeah, super psyched about that. I have a feeling that pizza over the fire is going to be like so delicious. It's going to be the best thing ever. Excited for that. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, this video that has dropped just earlier today is the last video on the channel until Vlogmas comes out. Which actually, I wanted to look at something. Playlists. Vlog Season 4, 20 episodes. 20 episodes of the Vlog Season 4. When Vlogmas is over, we'll be at 44 episodes, which is nice. That's cool. But hey, again, super excited for all of that 420. Nah. But anywho, that's all I got time for today. It's going to be time for dinner. I'm getting ready to go home and eat something probably. And then who knows what I'm going to do. I might play 2K, might just chill out. Not a clue. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you sticking around. Vlogmas is next. 24 days in a row of uploads. And then on the 24th day, we're going to have a Vlogmas marathon. Director's commentary stream like this one, but it'll be longer. It'll be like 3 to 4 hours. It's going to be great. We're going to go through, watch all the Vlogmas episodes, and we're going to chill out, have a snack, kick your feet up. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be amazing. Brent, thank you for being here. Be there or be squared. Listen to Brent right here. Listen to this man, because he's right. He knows what he's talking about. Be there or be square. Do it. It's going to be so much fun. So once again, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys again December 1st. December 1st.